What up, what up, what up? You got the original Lone Wolf coming at you. Quick little video. I'm not gonna make this too long because I am preparing for a screen share that I want to drop on YouTube. So I won't make this too long, but I keep hearing some reoccurring chatter about the same thing, and it's being publicized in multiple places, whether if it's BitChute or YouTube or whatever. So I mean, I'm not afraid, but it does beg some sort of concern, right? So I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna touch on this for a couple of minutes, and then I'm gonna get back off. I will be doing another Zoom call also next week. I'm not gonna do it this Wednesday, guys, for the folks that was in there, because it was like, shit, what, about 7 of us in that motherfucker with the one I did last Wednesday? Yeah. And one of the reasons is because, one of the reasons why I'm not going to do it tomorrow, because tomorrow's Wednesday. One of the reasons why I'm not going to do it tomorrow is because I haven't had an opportunity to investigate Zoom a little bit more. Because they're telling me I got like some sort of basic subscription or whatever, so they shut me down after 40 minutes. Because when I did the Zoom call last week, I logged back in for a second time and told everybody to come back. And then after 40 minutes, they shut me down again. So that was like an hour and 20 minutes that we got to chop it up, you dig? And it was a good build, man. I just hope those brothers and sisters that was in that Zoom, you know, they at least inquire with those entities, like, and particularly the IRS, at least inquire about the shit that I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to jump out the sky, and if you feel like doing this, and this, you know what I'm saying, you're not comfortable because you want to make sure you know what you're doing and you're confident in what you're doing, then like how I've been telling y'all, write them motherfuckers a letter, man. Write them a letter and tell them, hey man, you got 5 days, 10 days, or you know, whatever, to respond to me. And if you don't respond, then I'm going to take it as if this shit that I wrote you all about is true. You feel me? So you guys can start out that way. You know, like how you hear Red Wolf tell y'all all the time, man, write y'all congressmen and all of that, right? They know about the IRS, man. I don't give a fuck if you live in Arizona or Washington State, man. Your congressmen, your state senators and shit, they know what's up with that motherfucking tax shit. So write your congressman and say, hey, man, is it true that according to 31 USC 321 subsection D1 and D2, the Treasury Department treat my taxes as a gift? Is that true? Are gifts mandatory, Mr. Congressman? Can I be put in prison and have my house foreclosed and taken away from me for not giving a gift? What's up with that? And like I said, you all could start with that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't want to take the route that I took, because I'm not trying to give you legal advice and shit. When I did the Zoom call, I told everybody in that Zoom meeting what I did. Now you guys can do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can do whatever y'all want. I'm just letting y'all know what I did. And like I said, if you don't feel like going that route, write them niggas a letter, man. Take the information about the IRS that you already got, that you know, and write your congressman a letter. To my knowledge, Charles Riddick is still the IRS commissioner. To my knowledge, I haven't heard nothing about they replaced him. He's the fucking top dog. Write that nigga a letter and send it to 1111 Constitutional Avenue and be like, nigga, what's up with this? Is this shit voluntary or what? You know? Okay, so now let me get into the crux of what it is that I wanted to discuss really quick. I've been hearing chatter, whether if it be on YouTube or you know, BitChute or whatever, that the Pope has ordered every Catholic entity, anything that got anything to do with Catholicism, you know, the Vatican and all that shit, anything that got anything to do with that, the Pope has came out and told these motherfuckers they got until the last day of September to have all of their assets moved into their bank in the Vatican. Now, the last time I checked, the Vatican was in Rome. Last time I checked, Rome was in Italy. Right? Now, I could be wrong. My geography could be all fucked up. You got to remember, I've seen 60% of this country, not 60% of other countries. You know what I'm saying? I've been to 28 or 29 states. You know, so if my geography is a little off about Rome and all that, I apologize. But y'all know who the fuck the Pope is, and y'all know what the fuck the Vatican is. And yeah, Red Wolf, I know that wasn't a church. It wasn't meant for that, bro. I know. But you understand my point. This nigga has ordered every priest, everything, any entity that got anything to do with the fucking Catholic Church, whether if it's Roman Catholic, whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever it might be, he's giving them to the last day of this month to take whatever assets they got. And he just said assets. He didn't specify. He didn't say cash. He didn't say gold and silver. He just said assets. He giving these Catholic entities, you know, like Catholic charities, you know, all these fucking Catholic churches and shit, like Saint Sabina, where fucking Father Michael Flager got a so-called all indigenous motherfucking, I don't even understand how the fuck that happened. Father Michael Flager over there on 77th and Racine, he got an all indigenous congregation. He adopted some melanated little boys, and when you hear them talk, they so sweet. They sweeter than fucking bear meat. And his whole entire congregation is our people. I don't even understand how the fuck that work. But needless to say, entities like that, like Holy Name Cathedral and shit. And I need to do some motherfucking, I need to do some research on Holy Name Cathedral just based off the shit that Red Wolf be preaching. Because if those buildings weren't churches, chances are Holy Name Cathedral wasn't a fucking church either. Chances are. Because more than likely, like Red Wolf said, that's some more shit that they took over after the World's Fair and shit. Because Holy Name Cathedral been standing in the same spot on the outskirts of downtown Chicago for 150 fucking years or better, right? So chances are, like he was saying, that shit probably wasn't no fucking church either. And 9 times out of 10, like he said, we built that shit too, right? But the point I'm trying to make is that something's going down. All right, something's going down, and something's going down big. Whatever it's going to be big. Because the Pope has ordered entities all over the world to do this. Not just in America, not just in Europe and shit, but any Catholic entity, anything that got anything to do with the Catholic Church, the Pope, and all that other bullshit, he want everybody to transfer their assets to their bank in Rome. Everybody, all over the fucking world. So what does that tell you? Something's coming, guys. Now, if you've already heard some of the stories, you know, on alternative media, you know, they're allegedly supposed to have motherfucking tanks and Chinese soldiers guarding their banks in China. And this is supposed to have been going on for what, shit, 6 weeks now? They supposed to have been doing that? Now, from what I understand about the Great Depression from back in the 20s, and I understand our people wasn't affected by that as much as they're going to be affected by this. But from what I've experienced, from the research I've done about the Great Depression back in the 20s, they did what I believe they're going to do this time. Back in the 20s, I heard chatter of they closed the banks and locked the doors and told niggas they couldn't get their bread. You know what I'm saying? And certain motherfuckers have been telling you for a year now, at least a year, to get your money out the bank. I can name at least 5 fucking people on social media. They finally kicked Christopher Kishon. He was David Wynn Miller's sidekick before they bumped him off. But they kicked Christopher Kishon off of YouTube. He gone. And it was crazy because I was watching a BitChute video earlier that somebody had uploaded of him, and that's how I found out they kicked him off YouTube. Because I wondered why I hadn't got no damn notifications and shit from this nigga. And from what he was saying, they kicked him off because he be talking about pedophilia and shit. You know, they trying to make that shit normal. I will say this. I'm not afraid. You know, I'm really not, because like I said, if a shit hit the fan situation happened tomorrow and I got my ass blown off as soon as it kick off, well, I've been in this fight. I've been in this fight for several years now. You know what I'm saying? But it's a goddamn shame, man, how people are just sitting back ignoring this shit. They literally sitting back. And then this be the thing that killed me with people. Then your goofy ass will want to play victim. if you find out somebody was trying to teach your kids how to suck dick in 3rd grade. Here it is, they telling you that this is what they doing. They already told you they didn't label parents as extreme terrorists and all this other shit because they stood up against you want to teach their children how to be fucking cocksuckers in kindergarten. Any fucking parent that stood up to that has been banished, right? But for some strange reason, you stupid motherfuckers still want to wait till it happened to you so you can fucking cry victim. Let me give you niggas a harsh ass dose of reality, right? I'm not with the fucking Bible. I don't rock with that shit. I have read the Bible from cover to cover. I recommend that everybody do it at least once, but I'm not a fucking Bible thumper. But I do understand that part in the Bible where it tells you God would turn a deaf ear and a blind eye to your motherfucking ass in those days. Because that's how I feel. That's how I feel. For you stupid motherfuckers that want to sit back and wait till this shit come tap you on the fucking shoulder, I ain't got no remorse for you, man. And if I'm wrong for that, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather be wrong for that than to be wrong for sniffing little fucking kids. We gotta pick our battles when we can and where we can. So if I'm wrong for saying I don't want to help half of you motherfuckers, then let me be wrong. I can't save half you motherfuckers anyway. A lot of you niggas ain't worth saving. You niggas are like them motherfuckers, man, that was back during Noah's time. When Noah told y'all, man, get y'all shit together, man. Like, man, the shit going down. For real, don't you see this shit? This shit been going on for XYZ. Look at this shit over here. Look at this shit over here. You ain't been seeing this shit? And then when the motherfucking rain came, he locked the door on you bitch ass niggas, and niggas stand out there bamming on the door wanting to get in, and you wonder why the nigga don't open the door. I wouldn't open the door either. Straight up. And y'all can take that any way y'all want to take it. Like how I told y'all, ain't no such thing as being afraid, man. What you afraid of? Don't you understand they coming to kill your motherfucking ass? They coming to kill you. Period. They coming to kill you. They coming to kill your motherfucking children. They coming to kill me. Straight up. So what the fuck are you scared of? It's just that goddamn simple. So the Pope has ordered all Catholic entities all around the world to turn their assets, and they use that word assets, over to the bank in Rome. I guess this is the Pope's bank or something. I don't know how that shit worked. You know what I'm saying? But he telling motherfuckers you need to have your shit in by the end of the month. And that's not very much time. That's, you know how many billions of dollars and billions of dollars in assets and you know what I'm saying? How much that shit would be worth? I'm pretty sure they got money longer than train smoke. Straight up. So what does that mean? I don't know what it means, guys, but it ain't good. What I can tell you is this. Based off some of the shit that I've learned under Title 15, you know, the banks, Title 15 is where you go to find out about debt, discharging debt, who's the debtor, who's the creditor, you know, shit like that. That's all under Title 15. And some of it is under the Uniform Commercial Code too. You know what I'm saying? But that shit mirrors Title 15, if you really want to be funky about it. So based off of what I can tell you is, and this is just from my experience, I don't know whether or not if this is going to happen, but from based off of my experience, they're going to shut this shit down. What you mean, Lone Wolf? These banks and shit. These banks, the fucking credit cards, debit cards, they finna shut all that shit off. All of it. Now that's my prediction. That's my theory. Whether or not if that's gonna happen, and if so, how long it would take, etc., I don't know. But like how I said, banks are crooks. And I just told my supervisor this about a week or so ago, because she had asked me, was I going to get direct deposit? And it's like, I don't have no motherfucking bank account. Straight up, I ain't got no bank account, debit cards, credit cards, none of that shit. None of that shit. The first check I got from the job, I didn't want to show Bank of America a second piece of ID. So they basically told me to kick rocks. So I went to a courtesy chain to cash my check. They charged me $28. 28 motherfucking dollars. Straight up, right? So that's my prediction. And like I said, that's based off me knowing a little bit about Title 15, the history of these fucking banks, and particularly the central banks, And just from the shit that these motherfuckers have done in the past. The bank ain't got no problem with seizing your shit. The government ain't got no motherfucking problem with telling the bank to cut your shit off. Like how they did, allegedly, for those Canadian truckers. When the Canadian truckers was going on strike, and motherfuckers was going to those different donation sites and shit, you know, to donate money, the motherfucking feds stepped in and seized that money that motherfuckers was donating to them truckers. Under PayPal and all that other bullshit, GoFundMe and all that, the government seized all of that. Get the fuck away from me. The government seized all of that. And this is my prediction as to what they finna do now. If you got an IRA or a 401k or any type of savings thing like that, I suggest you get that shit out of there. If you got a savings account or whatever, I suggest you get that shit out of there. That's just me. I could be completely wrong. But anytime the motherfucking Pope step in and make a decision like this shit is not gonna end good. It's the original Longwood. To be aware is to be alive, man. Take heed. Much love.